25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Illinois experienced a resurgence under Brett Bielema a year ago. He's been at 3 different power programs, but this was his best season in more than a decade, guys.
And it seems like Bielema's got a recipe to win, and it's usually ground and pound. But how about this offense with Luke Altmaier at quarterback last year? Through the air, they became good and proficient and started to change the identity of Illinois. And had a great season and finished with a big bowl win against South Carolina.
So a big key then is Luke Altmaier and taking that next step this year, too, to really help out this offense, be more explosive and win games maybe some different ways. just have to rely on running the football and playing great defense.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker and they'll turn it over on down. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
To throw, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That pass is incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they have the first points of the game. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Catch in the middle, it's Dixon.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Valentine. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at a tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow.
The Tide crowd, roaring noise, down onto Saban Field on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Arkin. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois, and people wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the route, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And This offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was
turning it on. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to...
Looking for the end zone, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk. tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. Power football with the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline. A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Illinois' offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
To the ground with the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job by the linebacker, understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. We're going to break that up and swat it down.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Wants to return it. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Complete to start this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk about Alabama. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs. David, a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in this situation. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that. There he goes. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find.
He's got it inside the 15, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Got it behind the line. It's Arkin. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop now to see what they do on 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He could almost smell the red zone from where he made that fair catch, but it is tremendous field position for this offense. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. Breaks into the open. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed to 2 yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just